Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I know that I've been away for a while and that's really because life be lifing. You know, I've got my notes here so that I can stay on track, but I wanted to make a video and kind of talk about where I've been, but also update you guys on the channel and kind of take it from there. First and foremost, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm interested in knowing what has been going on in the lives of you guys in the past 3 or 4 weeks. Life kind of overwhelmed me a little bit, and we actually have a visitor here. Hi, Marshall. We've got Marshall. Marshall came here today to help support me in making this video. So I'm appreciative of his company. Life's been a bit overwhelming for me, so I've had a lot of things going on simultaneously that has just pulled me away. And a lot of times when I'm on a mission to create regular content, this often is the biggest problem. You know, one of my favorite YouTubers, who's Corey Kenshin, he's known for stepping away quite a bit, and I know a lot of people kind of get frustrated at that, and I get it because I do too, but at the same time I very much understand why he does it, because at least for me, anytime that I've stepped away, it's because things got so busy that making a video was just kind of the last thing that I had mental real estate for. So there were a couple things that were going on. The end of school, which coincided with me having to kind of get a brand new car unexpectedly. There wasn't an accident, but I needed to get a car. And so that was something that was consuming a lot of my mental energy. And people, when I tell you out here, do your research and good luck, because buying a car right now is totally inconvenient, and it wasn't what I had on my bingo card for the year. I am totally excited about it because I hadn't had a new car since 2015, and I got a 2024, and it's new to me, and I am okay with that. I do not need anything brand spanking new. That's just going to depreciate off the lot. I'm cool with my affordable car payment. But having said that, all these cars are expensive, but I know y'all know that, so I'm not going to really talk too much about cars. But that plus my dad, I'm taking care of my dad, and he has had a dementia diagnosis, and maintaining his doctor's appointments have been something that is always running in the background. Maintaining his medication, you know, just general visits, things like that. It's just been challenging. So we've got schooling, homeschooling, school ends, car, my dad, which is something that's always going on, and then work. You know, we all got to do it, and that's something that is a non-negotiable, and that's something that takes up a lot of my time as well. So also parenting. Parenting has been very challenging. I do have a toddler, and it's been one of the most experiences of parenting a toddler that I've had, and I have quite a few children. And it's been something, whether it's because I haven't had a young child in a long time or because I am now 40, this is something that has been completely just really challenging me, but I'm sticking with it, obviously, and just really doing my best to be patient and just doing the things and having fun, trying to really enjoy it. I think that's the biggest thing. Is I love this stage, and I loved the even with my older kids, I mean, toddling around and doing preschool activities and going on field trips and all these, discovering things together, discovering things for the first time is always amazing. So that is something that has been a blessing and a challenge, you know. And home renovation. So we are starting to make fixes around the house. So as you can see, we are going to be painting soon. And there's a lot of artwork on the walls that we have to cover up and manage. And there's a lot of home improvement projects that we have to start taking care of. And that is something, as well as like almost like the car thing. It's just like home ownership is not for the weak. It's hard because I know that there is this, do I rent, do I buy, but most people can't afford to buy, and but I'm telling you guys too, that the people that have houses, having to maintain their houses is also very, very much a struggle, at least for us. Like, we're trying to do what we can, and we are, but it just takes time because everything is like a $10,000 or more project. Nothing is less than that, There are some things that are, like painting's going to be less than that, but also we have plaster and lath that is cracking and we need to replace. So we either hire somebody or attempt to do it ourselves, which we are not Bob Vila, right? This old home, we have no idea what we're doing. So that is something that is also taken a lot of my mental energy and time, especially just even before you do anything. I don't know if you guys are like this, but even just thinking the prospects of taking any of these things on, or tasks that you've kind of put off because they're just so mentally expensive. That is just something that's just, that alone right there is exhausting. But to step away, I felt guilty because I've gained so many followers. I mean, I only have 44 followers, but I think that's a lot. Like, that means something to me. Like, you guys have taken your time to follow me because you like to hear what I have to say. So taking that time out of your day to subscribe means everything to me. So I feel really guilty when I do step away, especially without notice and not any, like, I tried to slip in some shorts here and there, just keep you guys engaged and try to give you something. But I can't lie that stepping away, it's just felt like a release. Like, this is just what I have to do. So yeah, that's it felt good and bad at the same time. So I think going forward, I think the thing to do is to be consistent, but also planning on a day that is free for me to make videos and to make content. Because if I have less thing going on in the day, it's summer break now, it's easy to do that. But when school starts again, that's when it's the challenge and all the running around. So it's gonna be a learning curve for me because I have to kind of feel out when things are easy for me to create. So I was thinking about who is this channel for? And that's what kind of got me back into the groove of creating today, because what I wanted to do was write my strengths. I started having these thoughts and I was like, what am I good at? What do I like talking about? What do I want to teach? What do I teach? What can I teach or give people? How can I serve authentically? Because the thing that really drives me crazy is when, I cannot speak to you about things that I am not living. I cannot do that. I don't even know who, but if there are people doing that, let's say this, if there are people doing that, I don't know how you can do that, because I can't just say 10 easy tips to blah, 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 because I don't even have those tips. Like, I'm still very much following those same damn tips. Like, I can't tell you about that. And that's one of the things that I wanted to make this channel, because I want something that you can watch that says, this is a real thing. Like, thank God, like somebody is being real with me. Because in the beginning, when I was 2014, podcasting, when all of this content influencer content creator thing was blogging was kind of a thing. It was great, you know, we hadn't lost the plot yet. But now I feel like everything, it's not fair to me to say everything's a gimmick, because I don't know the intentions or the thoughts of other creators. And just because I perceive something one way doesn't mean that it's the truth. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it just feels curated so over the top. Everything has an aesthetic. Everything has to be, you know, when I look up videos for myself and I see, change your life overnight, or rebuild yourself, or just things like that, I'm like, there's no way, because I think a human life is a constant ebb and flow of being your best and then not being your best. And then when you're not your best, that's when you learn how to level up the best that you were before to your next best. And so, and I don't even think it's saying best, because that means you weren't good before, but I think you're always good. I just feel like it just seems like a magic pill that people are like, here, watch this, read this, take this, do these specific things, and you will finally, all of your problems are going to go away. And that isn't going to happen. It doesn't mean it's not going to help your life, but to feed people the idea that doing some executed biohacking, like wake up at 6 a.m. I used to do that. I mean, I do it now. I do wake up at 5 a.m. now. But I remember first listening to podcasts that were talking about the 5 a.m. club. All the CEOs wake up at 5 a.m. And the thing that's funny is, like, the people that these were espousing that did these rituals, I'm realizing they're not really the people that I want to be. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not going to wake up at 5 a.m. because I don't know that I want to be a CEO of anything. I don't know, but what this channel is, who this channel is for, and what it is for, is a space for you to come into and take a seat and just exhale and say, I can be real here. That's why I encourage you guys, leave comments, talk to each other. It's not about me. This isn't about me. This is about us. And I think community is something that we are yearning for, and we've forgotten, because there was a certain significant event that kick-started off in the push for individualism, the push for isolation, or just, I don't need anybody else, it's just me. And I think at the same time, or maybe that was happening before, but I think also we realized that we know you need each other, because I remember when that event happened and I got to actually stay home from work and spend time with my family members. I was like, holy shit, I haven't done this since I was 18 years old. And so, yeah, we need each other as much as we think we don't. Or may think we don't, or we're told that we don't. How about that? So the channel is for people who, like me, fall off the bandwagon and need to start again. People who have stopped and started and stopped and started again, this is for you. People who are trying to be your best selves, people who are trying to live simply, people who are trying to get back to real, people who are trying to live a present life, a healthy life, but we're not talking like peptides. I don't even know what's happening anymore. I'm talking about eating food that is real, moving your body because humans are supposed to move, and because it's enjoyable and you're outside in nature. And I made this short basically saying how I was so moved by birds chirping in one of my spring nature walks, because when you think about it, it's the last real thing that we have. It's tangible. You can touch it. You can walk it. Breathe in the air when you're going on a hike. It's getting back to real. And if that's what you want, this is where you should be. Trying to find the light again. People who have fallen off the bandwagon or have been pummeled by life, but have always managed to find the light again. That is, I think, one of my best qualities that I had referenced when I was making this list for this video. Is I was really depressed last week, but I managed to find the way back, and I always do. And sometimes I'm like, what is wrong with me? Because people are like so unhappy, and I am unhappy sometimes, but I'm like, I'll be damned, hopefully we can all find a way to find happy again. And I do believe that life isn't meant to be happy all of the time, because it's not. Just like the Wu Wei, yin and yang, things just go in a circle, and it's how can you get back to contentment? That is the point. And how can you find beauty in the pain? I started running 2 days ago, and I feel phenomenal. Like even my sleep has been next level. But I use the Nike Running Club app, and in this app, it tells you to relax while you're running, and I find myself tensing up and being stressed and just, trying to enjoy the run, but I'm needing to relax. And I finally start just let go. And when I do that, it makes it not so difficult. So I think that's another thing that we can do when things become a challenge, is just become present and realize that this is temporary and relax as best we can. We don't have to be perfect. It's another thing. This channel's not for perfect people. I applaud you if you're perfect. I'm not. So if you're not, welcome to the club. We got jackets. Isn't that a Shrek comment? I don't know. Anyway. So what is Mind Over Mirror? Mind Over Mirror is taking a hard look at ourselves. I'm still kind of mining out what it is, because it's not just about health and fitness. It's not just about mental health as in terms of dealing with mental health. It is that, but it's something a little bit more specific, and I can't put my finger on it, but there is so much wonderful mental health content and resources that are now, we're talking about it. But I was thinking about this yesterday, and it's almost like the evolution of a person's life. It's that, but it's also like the way we see ourselves and our spiritual journey through life, and how we can live a good, healthy life and enjoy being here, because it's our one shot. This is all we have. So yeah, that's all I got. But I guess the last thing I have to say is just welcome back. We showed up again. We made it here. and you're with me, and I appreciate you being here with me, and that's something that's worth celebrating. If this video is something that resonated with you, it would be awesome if you could like, share, and subscribe. I have a Substack now. It's Mind Over Mirror. That is the @ and you'll see my name, Katie McNamara, on there. I posted a couple of things today, and I'm going to post something more because I took my son to see the Big Boy steam engine, which was totally freaking spur of the moment, but awesome. And there were so many awesome lessons that I learned today, and it was just a wonderful day. And I'd like to share that with you. So if you want to read, not only if you like what you see here, but you want a little bit more, head over to my Substack, subscribe, share it with somebody you love, and I will catch you on the other side. Thank you so much. Be well.